sometimes I just don't feel like I'm getting traction on things in life. I don't feel like I'm getting traction on things of life. And I thought, man, this would be a great topic to talk about. Maybe you or someone you know might be struggling and just been struggling for a long time. Life's just hard, right? This idea of self-discipline.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
All right, y'all, here we are. Let's go. Let's run it back. Another episode, Midwest Anxiety Daily. That's right. You know what you're gonna do. You're gonna ride with me behind the wheel, doing our daily community-based mental health thing, y'all. Going out in the community, going to homes, going to schools, going to coffee shops, going to malls, walking around neighborhoods, shooting baskets, kicking soccer balls, eating ice cream. We're doing all those things that you love when you work, when you play, when you go to school, when you live your life. What's that saying? Live, laugh, live, love, something like that. I don't know. You know that thing that all you families have in your house, live, love, live. I don't know. Anyway, we're out doing community mental health today. And so excited. Here we are, back another week. Let's go. Let's get this week started out on the right foot. Well, that was the left foot. On the right foot and not the bad foot, y'all. Anyway, okay, I think we should just go ahead and get into it today. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go. What's been coming up in client sessions? Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. All right, y'all. We're going to talk about something. We're going to talk about self-discipline. Self-discipline. I was having a conversation with someone over the weekend, and I was just talking about, sometimes I just don't feel like I'm getting traction on things in life. I don't feel like I'm getting traction on things of life. And I thought, man, this would be a great topic to talk about. Maybe you or someone you know might be struggling and just been struggling for a long time. Life's just hard, right? This idea of self-discipline, I got to thinking about it, and I got to been thinking about, like, if we think about just things in life, like, what is like the foundation? What is the foundation? If we develop this skill, then this would transfer over into various different things in our life. And I got to thinking about self-discipline. This idea that you do what you intend to do, right? That you follow through. That if I intend to work out, I go work out. If I intend to do my continuing education units, which I've been struggling to do this week, trying to renew my license, okay, for my LSCSW. Anyway, whatever I intend to do, whatever I expect to do, I'm gonna have the self-discipline to follow through with it, all right? And I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes I don't have the best self-discipline. I think I'm gonna do something, I want to do something, and then I just say life gets in the way. Really? Does life get in the way, or do I just make excuses? Do I let life get in the way? All right. So I struggle with self-discipline, and here's one of the things. Like, so let's say that, okay, I've been trying to pump some iron, been trying to get some gains in my arms and all that. But here's the thing, like, let's say that I want to wake up at 6:30 and go to the gym, okay? Well, if I intend to get out of the bed at 6:30, let's say, and I get out of the bed at 6:40, well, guess what? That's eaten into 10 minutes of something else that I wanted to do that morning, right? Or that day, okay? So really, self-discipline's important, because if you don't have the discipline, not only are you failing at the thing that you're wanting to do in that moment, but it also puts you behind. It puts you at a loss. It puts you kind of in the negative. It puts you behind in the other things that you want to do in your day. Because let's say I wanted to get out of bed at 6:30, I got out of bed at 6:40. Now, okay, I'm 10 minutes late into that routine. So what I have done, I'm not always great at it. What I have done is in my calendar, in my schedule, I've blocked out time. I blocked out time for just various things like a shower, getting out of bed, editing the vlogs, working out, okay, you know, seeing clients, dinner, right? I blocked out all those things. So you will see in my schedule, like, you know, 6:30, workout, okay? Well, my hope is that if I'm self-disciplined, the things that I'm intending to do, the things that I'm wanting to do in my day, I'm working out at 6:30, and then 7:30, you know, taking a shower, okay? And so if I'm hitting those marks, if I'm hitting those places on that calendar, on that schedule, then I'm self-disciplined. I'm self-disciplined. But if I'm not, then I'm falling behind. I'm failing at the things that I want to do. So my encouragement to you would be is to get your calendar and put all the things on your calendar that you want to do. You know, even small things like I mean, it's not small, but you know, the value and the importance you put on these things, you know, like laundry. Put laundry on your calendar. Grocery store on your calendar. You know, all the things that you do, that you want to do in your day, put them on your calendar. Put them in your calendar, and then see if you can hit those. See if you can hit those daily. I'm going to challenge you to, like, maybe doing it for 3 days in a row. Can you hit the activities in your calendar, all the activities in your calendar for 3 days? Can you do that? If you can, you're developing some great self-discipline. Something I really struggle with. I hope that helps. A couple more things on that self-discipline. If you're having trouble getting out of bed, Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. Don't know if you've heard about it. It's a great rule. Basically, okay, your alarm goes off. What you do, 5 seconds, you count backwards from 5 to 0. So you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get out of bed, right? You get out of bed, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you kick the covers off and you stand up and you get out of bed. Because what we know is that you're not gonna feel like getting out of bed. You're not gonna feel like getting out of bed when that alarm goes off. So you're gonna have to make yourself. You're gonna have to make yourself. So the 5-second rule helps with that, helps you, you know, get out of bed. Another thing that I do with the timer is, let's say that you're wanting to take a break. You know, I've been I've been taking continuing ed. So I've just been doing some online education to renew my license. And so I've been taking a test, you know, these tests, and then I'll take a break. And then after that, so I'm taking a break, and so what I'll do is, so I don't get too comfortable, I'll set an alarm. Let's say I'm gonna take like I don't know, I'll be like, okay, let's take a 6-minute break. So I'll set my alarm for 6 minutes, okay? And then when that alarm goes off, I get back to what I'm doing. Okay, the idea with all this is that you're not gonna feel like doing whatever it is, okay? It's a feeling, it's an emotion that you don't like, that you don't want. You know, procrastination is as much about emotional dysregulation. Like, I don't feel, I don't want, I don't like, it's boring, it makes me feel anxious, whatever it would be. So you put it off, okay? That's procrastination. You put it off because you don't like that feeling it gives you. So the idea is that you're not gonna want to, the feeling's not gonna be good. You're not gonna want to feel like doing it, but you're gonna have to force, you're gonna have to push yourself to do that. And that's great self-discipline. If you can get really good at pushing yourself past that uncomfortable, that feeling you don't like. All right?
Can you feel it, honey? Can you feel it, honey? Now you.
All right, y'all, I got 3 minutes now. 3 minutes before I see a client, and just wanted, it's nice outside today. Just wanted to get this to you before going to see a client, so it's gonna be short. Hey, Are you self-aware? Are you self-aware to know these 3 things about yourself? Your thoughts, how you're thinking, your feelings, how you feel emotionally and physically, and behaviors, what you do. So my hope for you is that in a situation, as a situation comes in, it can be any situation, okay? Any situation in your life, that you can extrapolate. Ooh, that's a big word, Randy. You can tear apart what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing. Okay, the situation doesn't have control over you. Okay, what we're going to focus on is, what are you thinking about that situation? What are you feeling about that situation? And what are you doing? So my hope is, as you become more self-aware of how you're thinking, you're feeling, and what you're doing, that the situation doesn't have to change. In fact, you don't focus on the situation changing, okay? The situation is just going to be the situation. What you do is you take your energy, and instead of putting it on the outside and saying, well, if this would be different, or if this would be different, then I would be different. No, time out, quiz out. No. We're talking about, how are you going to change your thoughts? How are you going to change your thoughts? How are you going to change your feelings? Okay? And how are you going to change your behaviors? All 3 of those are connected together, okay? As you change a thought, it changes the feeling, and then it'll change the behavior. If you change your behavior, then you can change your thought, and it can change a feeling. You see how that works? So that's the control you have. Instead of trying to control the outside, y'all, instead of trying to wish and hope that things change outside of you, start focusing on yourself, all right? You've heard me say it before, happiness takes work. I believe CBT is the way to get happy, y'all.
Way past that, all that bad. So bad.
All right, y'all, I'm on a roll today. I'm on a roll, feeling good, looking good, living good. Thought I would get this out to you. I want to talk to you about a hard concept for a second. A hard concept. I know it's hard. This is a difficult conversation because sometimes people don't understand it. But I want you to think about, in this moment, wherever you are right now, you may feel overwhelmed. You may feel like you just financially, you just don't have enough money. You know, maybe your friendships, maybe your relationships are really strained and difficult. Maybe you feel really lonely. Maybe it's just, life is just too much for you right now, that you feel like you're just losing it, that you just are not going to be able to keep up with life, like you're overwhelmed. I want you to know, while it doesn't seem like it, you have enough. You have enough. I know it doesn't seem like it. I know you probably feel limited. I know you probably feel like you're gonna lose in life. Maybe like you're gonna lose your house, and then what's gonna happen then? Or like you're losing friends, or maybe you just lost a job. Right now in this moment, no matter what your circumstances are, you have enough. And here's the reason I say that, y'all. Here's the reason you're going to be like, yeah, that's psychobabble, Randy. Life is hard. That's psychobabble. No, here's the thing, y'all. You have enough. Everything in your life is enough for what you need right now in that moment. Right now in this moment, all you need is for your heart to be beating. For your heart to be beating. I know you may be outside. You may be without, air, heat, or air conditioner. You may be without something, and it may be hard. I get it. I totally get it. I've lived that life. I know life can be really hard sometimes, but when life is really hard, what you have to go to is that you have everything that you need. You have everything you need. We're not going to talk about being grateful at this point. We're going to just be real. We're going to be real. In this moment, I need oxygen. I need my heart to beat. That's all I need in this moment. Everything else I can do without right now. I can do without of all the things I think that I need. My brain is trying to tell me I need those things, and if I don't have those things, it's like death. It's like death. I'm trying to find, I'm trying to survive, and my brain's going, woo, 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 alarm, alarm, alarm. If you don't have this, if you get kicked out, then you're gonna die. That's what your brain is trying to protect you from. But y'all, the reality is you need oxygen, You need oxygen. You need your heart to keep beating. Okay, you need oxygen. You need your heart to keep beating. That's all you need. Now, once your heart's beating and you have oxygen, now you can build from there. You can build from there. And you never know. Here's the cool thing about life. You never know what might be happening in the next minute or the next day. You never know, right? You never know what might happen. Good things can start to turn for you. Good things can start to turn for you. But you got to be in the moment. You got to be just totally raw and real with yourself and say, hey, I got it all. Right now my heart's beating. I'm uncomfortable. I'm overwhelmed with things, but I've got it all. Right now in this moment, I'm living. I'm breathing. I've got it all. I've got it all. You got to be real and raw with yourself. And if you can get to that place where you can accept being able to live in that real and raw place, then everything else becomes easier. You don't become afraid when you're 2 months past due on rent, or you don't become afraid when your best friend is no longer your friend. You don't become afraid when someone leaves you, because all you need right now in this moment, all you need is to continue to breathe and putting one moment, one breath in front of the other, just to keep breathing, just to keep breathing. Life will figure itself out. Life will figure itself out. The struggle is, though, is people get overwhelmed. They get in their head and they don't focus just on that real raw breathing. They get in their head, and once they get in their head, they get triggered, and then they cause themselves to be more upset. Their reality changes, and because the reality changes, it creates a whole different situation for them. They lose that control. They lose that focus, because now they're in their head and they're worried about all the things in the future. But if you can just ground yourself in that, I've got all that I need right now. I've got all that I need right now. My brain tells me I don't, but I got all I need right now. I just need oxygen. I just need my heart to keep beating. You'll be all right, y'all. You'll be all right. All right. I get it. I get it. Not trying to minimize. Life is really hard. Really, 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 really hard. I get it. I know personally, and I talk with people every day. I get it. I understand. But just be real with yourself for a second. Be real with yourself and tell yourself, you got this. You got this. You can handle whatever it is. Be resilient, all right? Be resilient. All you need is that heart to keep beating. That's all you need, is that heart to keep beating. You'll figure everything else out. Life will figure itself out. You just got to keep going, y'all. You got to just keep going, all right? Thanks for watching today. I appreciate it.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.